For the first week of this draft league, we'll be facing off against Dub and the 2IQ plays. The first thing to notice about this team is the amount of hazard stacking potential we see. 5 members have access to a plethora of moves, meaning we have to watch out for unexpected entry hazards from all angles. This means our first member getting brought is a pretty easy choice, Great Tusk. Using Rapid Spin, we will be able to remove any hazards sent out by our opponents, keeping the remainder of our team safe. We will also add Stealth Rocks to Great Tusk's moveset in order to scout if Staraptor is heavy-duty boots or a likely choiced item. With 188 EVs invested in speed and a jolly nature, we hit a stat of 282. A speed stat of 282 makes us faster than a max speed Heatran, as well as being able to outspeed Dragapult and No Ice Ice-Q after a Rapid Spin. The remainder of our EVs are split into attack and HP to ensure we can take hits as well as deal back good damage to our opponents. With 2 move slots filled, we still have 2 more to add. Earthquake is a must bring to help check offensive Heatran, as that set looks very scary for my team. This leaves me with a choice: Ice Spinner or Knockoff for the final slot. Ice Spinner would be incredibly strong against my opponent's team, but I have some serious heat to cover that and will instead be bringing Knockoff to hit Dragapult if they switch in on a presumed Rapid Spin. This Great Tusk set is fantastic all around, but still struggles with certain Pokemon on my opponent's side, notably the setup Mons in Dreadnought and Espathra. They are quickly able to overrun me in just a single turn, so it gives me an idea. Why not use their setup moves against them? In order to tackle these threats, the second member of our team this week will be Enamorus, but not just any set, a Mirror Herb set. Mirror Herb is a new item in Generation 9 that, if held, copies an opponent's positive stat changes as it applies it to themselves. The goal of this set is to swap Enamorus in on a turn my opponent uses a move like Shell Smash on Dreadnought. When this happens, Enamorus will copy the boost to attack, special attack, and speed, allowing us to knock out anything on our opponent's team with moves like Blast, Earth Power, and Grass Knot. For the final slot, I selected Protect. Protect has 2 uses this game. One to help with the Mirror Herb tech, as in case we are out at the same time as these sweepers, we can protect instead of attacking to ensure that they're able to get their moves off, in turn setting us up as well. The second usage is to scout for Staraptor's chosen move. I am highly anticipating Staraptor to be holding either a Choice Band or a Choice Scarf this game, so using Protect allows me to plan my next turn with better information. Not much of my team is able to switch into this Pokemon safely, but the best option seems to be Rotom Wash. A fully defensive Rotom Wash with 248 HP EVs and 252 defense EVs with a bold nature allows us to live 2 Brave Birds or 1 Double Edge in a pinch, even from an adamant banded Staraptor. Being able to live these attacks and then pivot out with Volt Switch will allow for the essential momentum our team needs in order to overwhelm this Staraptor. Now let's get back to that heat I was talking about before. My 4th and 5th picks are a tandem pair this week in Galarian Slowking and Satitan. The reason I'm mentioning these 2 together is the combo of Chilly Reception and Slush Rush. Glowking sponging a special attack before setting the snow, switching out, and doubling the speed of the newly entered Satitan is a dangerous combo, especially when on Satitan's next turn it can use Belly Drum. Catching the opponent in a bad matchup with this combo can quickly lead to a game over if I choose Titan's moves correctly. This week, I'm taking the moveset of Ice Shard, Earthquake, and Liquidation. Ice Shard is pretty standard, allowing for incredible Ice-type stab and priority, but also has the added benefit of allowing me to outplay Brute Bonnet's Sucker Punch. Earthquake will hit Heatran and Dreadnought hard, and Liquidation is saved for the one Pokemon I've struggled to hit thus far, Bronzong. Bronzong tends to run Levitate, rendering ground moves ineffective, as well as its steel typing making ice less effective, so I need a final option. Since I am already using Enamorus and Steel Resist Fairy as well, Liquidation was a much better add over Play Rough this week. I was worried about one thing, however. What happens if the snow runs out prior to a full sweep? If that occurs, I may be stuck clicking only Ice Shard for a remainder of Satitan's time on the field, which will deal great damage, but not something I want to rely solely on. Because of this, I decided to give Galarian Slowking an Icy Rock to really add that extra spice to this heat tech. Bumping the snow's duration from 5 to 8 turns means that after switching in and using Belly Drum, Satitan has 6 turns remaining to sweep. Sounds like the perfect combo when my opponent only gets to bring 6 Pokemon into battle each week. For my final slot, I wasn't sure who would fit in well. Scizor to add another hazard remover with Defog, Palafin for its nuclear attack stat, Revavroom to take on Brute Bonnet Spore. In the end, I went with Hisuian Electrode, not only because grass is naturally immune to Spore, but also since Terra Ice Terra Blast is insanely strong into my opponent's team, as well as Volt Switch for another pivot option. Holding a Life Orb allows Electrode to one-hit KO Dragapult with Terra Blast after terastallizing, but trading off some of our health for that little bit of extra damage. Finishing off the set, I added Thunderbolt for damage, and Giga Drain to gain back some of the health we lose to Life Orb on opponents like Dreadnought or Terra Water Ice Cube. And there is the squad for Week 1. We have discussed our team long enough, so stay tuned for the battles.
Alright, and here we are for Week 1. Our Week 1 matchup here against Dub. Let's see, a lot of things I was expecting, a lot of things I was not. I'm really glad that I made a last-second switch for Great Tusk to be wearing boots against the Spidops. Okay. Heatran, Brute Bonnet, yeah, Lando, and Staraptor, all things we have prepared for that I'm very happy to see has a Titan for, but this Ice Cube, I was really hoping to not see. That's going to be a tough one. Alright. I think we just lead Electrode, though. We can get the Terra off immediately if we need to, but since there's Brute Bonnet on the field, I would like to keep the Grass typing. Spidops, kind of an understandable start. Alright. I think for here we just Volt Switch. We Volt Switched into Tusk. Know that we're going to be able to Rapid Spin these away because nothing on his team is a Ghost. He did not bring Dragapult, which I am extremely surprised by. Reveal that we're Life Orb, though. That's okay. I think Great Tusk just makes a lot of sense, especially with these webs, yep. Knockoff makes a lot of sense here, but I'm actually going to Rapid Spin. Just get rid of that immediately, let him know that I am not playing around with this. I knew the Circle Throw was going to be coming out. Right back into this, and that's great. I think he's going to expect this. I think he's going to be expecting a Volt Switch, and we know it kills when Volt Switch. So we're going to Terra Blast just in case he goes Lando, expecting this. I think that's the right play. Yeah, okay. The Terra Blast, that crit didn't matter. That crit did not matter. The question, though, is... Okay, Heatran on a balloon is very interesting. Okay. Good for us, though, because I was very scared of this thing being Scarfed. Because a Scarfed Heatran would do really bad things for us. So what I am going to do now is... I think I'm going to Volt. Pop the balloon as well. But then we can go right into Rotom, because Rotom's job in this game isn't massive. So in case he's going to Rock here, he could, like, Flash Cannon, though, I think, pretty easily. Magma makes a lot of sense, too. But if this thing having Flash Cannon is what scares me, based on Enamorus, a Titan, and Ice-type Electrode. Let's see. Do I want a Thunder Wave? I feel like he knows a Hydro Pump is coming. He might even go Brute Bonnet because of that. But I am scared of this. I'm going to Thunder Wave because it hits everything but Landorus. And if Landorus comes out, I'm afraid. With Spidops on the team, I'm starting to think Landorus is going to be offensive. Offensive Landorus and offensive Heatran both scare me. I don't think they both will be, I just don't know which one. My guess is Landorus. I also just found out that I am faster than the Heatran. Okay, so this thing is real slow. Let's Hydro. Okay. He gets the rocks off, so now we're going to switch on a... Because he's getting a good amount of chip on us with the Magma Storm, so I want to switch out now. He could go Lando, but if he does, that is a... He's not going to have the Magma Storm anymore, but that's fine. I do... do I want Great Tusk to come out? I don't think I do. I need to break this thing's face. Because I think the Titan sweeps once this thing does not have its face anymore. Let's go Electrode. We're going to take a lot of Rock Chip, and that's fine. And I expect to see, like, Brute Bonnet with a Sucker Punch might come out. If he's Staraptor, if he's Scarfed. If it's Scarfed Staraptor, then we would be in trouble. But if Lando comes out, I'm going to stay in and Terra Blast, because that's its job. And even if the Landorus is Scarfed, then we at least know. We get the information we need. If Ice Cube comes out, we're just Volt Switching out of there. Not much we can do against it, unfortunately. Yeah, maybe we Thunderbolt it. Brute Bonnet. Okay. This, oh jeez, booster energy attack. Okay, so not loaded dice at least. If I'm expecting Sucker, I want to go in Amorous, but if it's Spore, I want to have Rotom out. So I think I go Rotom and just kind of accept that he might get Spored here. Okay, so he did do the Sucker. Unfortunate for me, but now I can protect at least. Get a little bit more HP back, see if he goes for Spore, which he does. I kind of expected it. Not really anything I can do about it, though. It's just now a question of who is the right one to get Spored, and honestly, I think it is Rotom, so we're just going to Volt Switch. Oh, expecting a Sucker. I mean, the Sucker there is a little wild. But now we can go U, because I know he's not Scarfed, and I can just Moonblast for free. Because nothing on his team really enjoys taking a Moonblast, that's for sure. Lando might do okay, but it should still get 2-hit KO'd, I'd like to think, unless it's full Spadef. Ooh. Nicely trained Brute Bonnet to get this thing, not knocked out by that. Okay, good. I just want to make sure Slip Claws was on here. I wasn't sure how that would work. I don't see him knocking me out, though. Unless Brute Bonnet learns, like, Iron Head, and I'm not aware of. He has a Gant Terra Blast, so he's got Sucker and Spoiler, I assume Bullet Seed, as well as something else. I just don't know what that something else is yet, is the problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and wake up. Alright, we've got our one guaranteed. Shit, do I want to... Shoot, what do I want to do? Do I want to protect here and try? I think I'm just going to go Rotom, kind of sack it. See what he's locked into. Normal, okay. Normal Double Edge, okay. Which makes, at least I assume he's locked in. This is another good thing about this team, is I can now check if he's locked in by... So let's do Rocks, and let's do Rapid Spin. He might be Grass Knot, and if so, Tusk has done a good job with getting Rocks up. That should hopefully eliminate... No, Brute Bonnet doesn't take full 12%. He only takes... We are faster, so that's good. Is he Helmet? Not Helmet. Okay, Rock Slide. Very interesting. We are going to knock off whatever this is. AV, okay. Good to know, so definitely not Rocks or anything real threatening. But that... We were faster before the Rapid Spin, but that's because I did 282 to outspeed the Heatran. Here I'm not so sure what we want to do. I think, because he's got Rock Slide for an Amorous, so I think I'm going to do... I think he's going to expect it. So I'm going to Rapid Spin here, okay? He brings out the Ice Cube. I think that makes sense. He got rid of its face, though, which is really important for us. We are also now faster than it, even after. So I think what we do is we hit it with a knockoff. Hopefully knockoff it's... Okay, Salic Berry, yep. That's what I was expecting. Sub-Salic is a scary mon. So now we can Earthquake, get rid of this thing. The problem, though, now, is I don't know if this Staraptor is Scarfed. Are we? So Staraptor is Choice Scarfed. It hits 492. We're technically faster, but this Landorus can do pretty much whatever it wants to us. Honestly, an Amorous is kind of done. I don't think an Amorous is needed anymore. So we're going to go U, expecting... Okay, so he goes for the U-turn. Nothing here can... I was going to say, Brute Bonnet wasn't really going to be too much of a problem, so we're going to Protect here, see if we can wake up. Unfortunately, do not, but that is okay. Because now we go Slowking, I think, and just... Let's Chili. I did not expect. That's got to be banned in order to knock out my... in order to knock out... let me see. I like to think that's banded. Staraptor. Double Edge only does like... Yeah, according to my set, it would only do a little bit. But Choice Band doing 100%, that's gotta be like... Oh, that's Adamant Band even. That's Adamant Band in order to knock out. And it's a roll. So we got a lucky roll on that. However, I think it's still over because that means Electrode's faster. And Terra Blasting, everything should just be a win except for the Brute Bonnet. Oh, and he takes it. Never mind. We just Terra Blast Ice because we didn't have to take the Intimidate on Titan. So Titan was going to clean it up anyway. All right, on to battle
2. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna do best of 3. So on to number 2. Same threats, we got that Spy Dups that we're learning how much we did to. We also have a pretty slow Heatran and Landorus on the opponent's side that we now know about. So, I say that we start off with... We're gonna start off with Rotom this time. Again, Spy Dups coming out. This time, we are gonna just straight Volt Switch again, I think, honestly. I mean, we're Volt Switching though. Because he has nothing to stop this. Alright, yeah, we were just having a conversation if we wanted to do best of 1 or best of 3. I never mentioned, so the newbiness of myself is showing. Let's go. Last time we went right into Great Tusk, and honestly I expect him to think about that now. So let's go Enamorous in case he does Circle Throw. Nope, okay. This time Moonblast. I don't want to let anything else happen. Problem is that now we need to find a way to Rapid Spin this stuff away. And that Staraptor is stronger than I thought. So I need to find a good time to... A good time to Chilly Reception is really only going to be on this Heatran. So for this, we're going to Moonblast on the Stealth Rock, and then we can Earth Power it also. Because honestly, Enamorous' job is really just to get some damage down. Since the my other play is not going to work. Yeah, I wasn't going to let that fly. Cool. This is perfect, because the Grass Knot is completely useless for us now, unfortunately. We just Moonblast again. Honestly, we just Moonblast Slam until we kill something. He doesn't know if we're choiced or not, actually. He might think we are, which is why I'm going to do this. Yep, cool. Nope, Enamorous is just that strong. That's kind of what I was hoping for, actually. Hoping to bait it. The problem, though, now is that Titan's going to have a really hard time setting up, but we know this thing is a massive threat. This thing is a huge threat, so we're going to protect this time. Yeah, we're going to protect this time, just to see what he starts going for. Brave Birds, okay. We know he's locked into that. So I think this is where we go. I obviously don't want to risk Great Tusk quite yet, so we can do this. Into the Brave Bird, not take a ton. And then I want to Volt Switch, but I really think he's going to go Landorus this time. So I'm going to Hydro Pump. He does go Bonnet. Okay. That's scary. Okay. Yeah, I was calling the Landorus read, so Volt Switch into Tusk would have been the better play because I know I'm faster than him. So I think we do it anyway. Oh, we're faster as well with just on this on the 208. I don't even know if that's Adamant. He must have Spadef. He must have a really good Spadef stat. Let's go Enam. Take the Spore, and then go back out to Great Tusk, hoping he doesn't Bullet Seed. Okay, Ice Cube. Ice Cube's fine. Now we can Rapid Spin. Take out the Ice Face, and we are faster than the 394 one. But the Salic Berry is coming out now. So what I need to do now is I don't think he's strong enough. He's not strong enough to knock me out, but I don't think Rapid Spin is going to be strong enough to break the sub, and I really need the sub gone. Alright, cool. So he's not tearing Staraptor this time. He's going to tear the Ice Cube. And thankfully, even with boots and if we had lefties, we'd be for sure good, but I'm a little worried about this one. I think we EQ anyway, and if we get knocked out, we get knocked out. Oh, the 1% lip is really nice. And now I don't know what I want him to do. 4 HP. 416. This thing is an absolute tank. Right Tusk is able to live anything. I'm glad that Staraptor came out. He actually might just U-turn here, I could see. But Rocks... Yeah, win Rocks. Yeah, the U-turn is fine. That makes sense to me. Brute Bonnet coming out means I'm going to go Slow King and Chilly Reception. Because now
I think it's a pretty much... Titan after a belly drum is going to do anything it wants. And now Titan can come out. Has good defense, has good speed. I could just straight up Ice Shard. I just don't know. I don't know if Ice Shard would kill. At least it's not full speed. It might be full offense, though. And because of that, I really don't think there's anything this thing can do to knock me out. So with my Citrus Berry, I'm gonna Belly Drum and get the health back, and I think I'm gonna be... Oh, CC! Okay. Really scary there, actually. We got lucky, but now he thinks he can Sucker Punch. Ice Shard takes it down. We're good with the Ice Shard. Wow. That the ice defense boost, absolutely saving us. Ice Shard again, and just Ice Shard sweep. I don't know if this is gonna kill. I mean, 3.5 times, I would like to think that, and even if this doesn't, Terra Electrode will. I like this combo. This combo of Chili into Titan. Clearly MVP. Didn't get to show off the heat set of the Mirror Herb. The Mirror Herb and Amorous did not come into play because we did not see the Dreadnought from the opponent. However, thankfully, we were able to get past the Spy Dops. I knew it was going to be an issue, and I knew that IceQ's face was going to be an issue too with the Salic. He was able to utilize it a lot better the second time around. Overall, though, did really well. GG's to the opponent. It was a really, really fun game. We got to use some fun stuff. It was really fun to plan. Really, really fun to actually plan out the sets for everything here. So, had a great time. And we win week 1. Looking good. Starting the week off strong. Starting the season off strong, I should say. Thanks everybody for tuning in.